Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me pin this title real quick. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Perfect. Put in the comments where you're watching from as well. For those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. And today we're going to be talking about how I have this 4-week detox that can put you in a position to set yourself free, and it's a great way for you to boost your income. So if you're wanting to boost your business revenue, if you're wanting to make more money in your business, let's get into these 4 things that you're probably gonna need, so that you actually can detox. Okay. And if you need support in actually doing these things, then I have something that will actually support you. So send this to someone who you know has a business, someone you know, who is prepared to make the type of money that they have been wanting to make in their business. Go ahead and send them an invite. And if this is your first time joining, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of these videos where I basically focus on the core things of your authentic feminine design, seamless income creation, and cycle syncing, as well as emotional mastery. So those are my genius zones, and I use a formula to be able to do this work. So I absolutely love the work that I do. Everything for me starts spiritually. It turns mentally, and then emotionally, and then physically, and then socially. Okay. So that is the methodology in which I support my clients in going from $0 to daily sales. So it's very, very important that you understand that your energy is truly connected to the way that you do business and the type of money that you end up making actually in business. It really, really matters and is truly, truly important. Put in the comments where you're watching from. What I do as a feminine mastery architect is that I ignite basically women solopreneurs to sync with their cycles, master their emotions, so that they can generate consistent sales from digital products to increase their business revenue. So if you've been wanting to increase your business revenue, this is definitely going to be the live for you. I tend to work with women who position themselves, or they have very, very strong expertise in the areas of just their skill sets. And what I do is that I help them expand on that so that they're able to make more money. Because I personally believe that you should be able to diversify your income, especially happening right now. A lot of your money should not be in person time. A lot of your money should not require a lot of you or a lot of your time. What has to happen is that we have to start using our intelligence and positioning and packaging it in a way that you actually end up making money from it. And it's very simple and very easy for you to do. It's not difficult at all. The hard work is actually doing the work you need to do within yourself, which that can be very difficult, but actually doing business, not so much. I think the biggest thing that people don't realize when it comes down to business is that the way that you actually do well in business is according to the wealth, and I say wealth in a sense of WELLTH, the wealth of yourself, how you're doing mentally, how you're doing spiritually, how you're doing emotionally. So I'm going to get into this 4-week detox that literally can set you free and boost your business revenue if that's something that you've been wanting to do. So send this to someone who wants to boost their business revenue, because I'm really excited to talk about this. Greetings to you. Yesterday's teaching really helped me. All praises to the Most High. Tell me how. Tell me in the comments how it supported you. I would love to know. Right? So as I'm waiting for that, let's go ahead and get straight into it. If you've been struggling to price your services consistently, or if you're trying to constantly prove yourself, or you're hustling a whole lot and you just seem like you don't have a lot to show for it, you could still be under the corporate spell. And what I like to call or refer to this as the corporate spell is that it's like a trick and a trap. And I talked about it a little bit on my Facebook status this morning. So if you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen a little bit of it. But let me go ahead and let you know that corporate puts you under a spell, and specifically, they put you under the spell of low self-esteem. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to break down that spell for you so that you understand the spell that you've been under, so you can actually start the process of lifting that from off you, okay? So the corporate system places you under a spell of low self-esteem by doing the following. Number one, they tell you that you have to work hard for your degree, or you have to work really, really hard in life, hi my love, to be able to even get in the door. That's number one. The second thing is that you apply hoping that you're going to be chosen. That's number two. You then go into that experience and you sell yourself at a very, very low rate, okay? So after you sell yourself at that low rate, also known as a salary, what ends up happening is you begin to try to perform and seek the approval of others, hoping that they will actually give you a promotion. And when they don't, you find yourself in a cycle of depression, because now you feel like you have to stay in that space and you feel like you have to continue to work to prove your value, okay? I'm going to say that again. That is the spell of low self-esteem that corporate puts on women when you go into the workforce to work in corporate. The mindset is you have to work extremely hard in life, or you either have to have a degree. And I just saw a post, y'all. Y'all, I'm so glad y'all here, because I just saw a post. Didn't I tell y'all last year that they was going to start closing down universities and different things, and how these jobs and things are not going to be taking or caring about your degrees anymore? I just saw a post where it was an article posted, and it was talking about how a lot of jobs are removing the requirements of having a degree because they are basically looking for you to have skill sets. I've been telling y'all since last year that y'all was going to need skill sets, that this new era that we were entering into not only was going to require you to come up, like in general when it comes down to your health, but you were going to have to come up in regard to what your skill set was going to be so that you can thrive in this society. Your degree means nothing. They say, and let's go back to this spell that they put you under. Because I graduated in 2007 from undergrad, right when the first when that recession hit, and it was all that drama. And I was like the last, I would say maybe class of the, you go to school, get a good job, you do this and you do that. That mindset, like we were the ones that were really heavily under that type of programming as millennials. And that's why a lot of millennials are mad. A lot of millennials are pissed. Government jobs are starting to remove the degree requirement, particularly in cybersecurity. I told y'all. See, that's right there. That's I read that as well. They don't care. They've allowed you to rack up all of this debt to literally turn around and play in your face. These folks have played in your face. And I need you to see that they played in your face. And not only have they played in your face by making you work extremely hard to get these degrees, or work very hard in life with this experience so they will choose you, or you're hoping to get chosen. And then you sell yourself, like I said, at a low rate. And then on top of that, you work so hard trying to get the approval of other people. And when you don't get that approval and someone is promoted over you, you're stressed and you're over exhausted and you're overextended. Guess what? That's the curse of a pick-me. So while y'all out here talking about pick-me's in the form of how women deal with men, a lot of y'all are pick-me's. Let's talk about it. A lot of y'all are pick-me's because y'all are under the spell of that you have to work extremely hard. You have to be chosen. You have to sell yourself at a low rate. You have to get the approval of other people, and you got to work hard to make money in business. You're under a spell. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're under a spell, and you've been under a spell since you started working in the corporate era. That is what they do to you. You are under a spell, and you are real life pick-me. And if you are a pick-me in how you do your work, you're not going to convince me that you're not a pick-me in how you do relationships and how you do everything. Because normally how we do one thing is how we do all things. And you have to admit that you've allowed society to turn you, or corporate to turn you, into a pick-me. And now you're operating as a pick-me in your business, which is why no one picks you, which is why no one comes to work with you, which is why you need to detox that programming and get from under that curse that you placed yourself under. Yes, you were under a spell. And you've been under a spell for a while now. And because you're under that spell, that is why you're not making the type of money that you really could be making in your business, because you feel like you have to do all of these things, such as perform, such as, exhaust yourself to oblivion, such as be seen as valuable, to be chosen. Y'all don't see how spiritually it literally tells you that you have everything you need within you to be able to do all of the things that you are designed to do. But you don't pay attention to how the fact society does everything to tear down that mindset, to make you think that you have all these limits and that you can't do things unless you're abiding by their rules, the things that they say, and the things that they believe that you should be doing. I don't think so. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. So if you're wanting to shift that, and you want to come out of the pick me energy in your business because you've been so conditioned by society in the workplace, maybe even by your past, to just prove your worth, maybe that's been your thing. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you an honest question, because I think people don't think about this. How often do you find yourself accepting less than what you deserve in your business or even in relationships? Because that's not just a coincidence. That's deep rooted programming that you haven't dealt with. You've been, see, a lot of us will sit around and judge, especially those who grew up in the Christian faith, will sit around and judge and talk about what is witchcraft and what XYZ is witchcraft and how this person participates in witchcraft. When you willingly walk around earth under a spell, limiting yourself from doing and operating from the fullness of who you are, and then you're messing around and missing the mark. But you are here talking about how good God is and how God is so amazing to you and how this and how that. How, when you are operating from a space of sin, because sin means to miss the mark. And you're missing the mark because you're under a spell that you refuse to break. Like, y'all talk about the matrix, but y'all not really about that life. Y'all not about breaking the matrix. Y'all not. Because the people that you see that are soaring to higher heights and really doing this work, they have to break the matrix. See, a lot of y'all do a lot of talking, but y'all not really about that. And let me just give you some stats to even show you, okay? It literally says in corporate that there's a stat, okay, that talks about how a lot of women who don't value themselves, they end up undervaluing themselves when they transition from their 9 to 5 to business. That's why you discount your services the way you do, because you are counting, you think you're counting, y'all lie so much. Because y'all will say that, I'm just looking out for my clients, I know times are hard right now, and da 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 da. Can we stop the BS? Because a lot of people are not living like times are hard right now. A lot of people are living their life like it's last minute. They blowing their money, they blowing their checks, whether it's towards escapism, whether it's towards, trying to find some form. People are spending money. I don't care what you're talking about. The reality of it is this. You are not checking for their pockets. You're checking for your own pockets, because you're always looking for a discount. You're always looking for a bargain deal. You're always looking for these things. And because you're always looking for these things, the assumption is that other people are doing the same thing. And that's your problem. It's the exact equivalent to people who will make assumptions about a status that you made on social media and say, you're talking about me. No, baby, you think I'm talking about you because you get online and you sub post and talk about other people. That's why you think I'm talking about you. I was just sharing something I agree with. You thought I was talking about you. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. You thought that. So don't put on me. Don't try to have me pick up what you put down. These are your decisions and your choices and what you are choosing to do for yourself. And you are stuck in a trap. You are stuck in a loop. And it's all because you're under a spell. The spell of low self-esteem. And the spell of low self-esteem is, a lot of that is rooted in your operation and working in corporate. They had to make, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to understand. They had to make you feel low so you could cooperate. Hello? They had to make you feel low so you could operate on the same frequency as everyone else around you. They had to do that to keep you in order. They don't care about y'all complaining at the bottom, baby. They don't care about y'all complaining about them folks not paying you. They don't care. They know exactly what they doing. That's why they got y'all at the bottom. It's up to you to understand your value and to be able to articulate your value in such a way that people will invest in you. But you don't know how to do that because you're too busy lowballing, low valuing yourself. So let's talk about how this really shows up in business for you, okay? If you're struggling to price your services and your products at true value because you don't really recognize the fullness of your worth, then you sell yourself at a bargain rate. You sell yourself for cheap. You are working yourself to the bone, hoping someone will pick you, which gives you some form of fake recognition. Does that sound familiar? Because that's really what it's giving. That's the corporate curse that you literally have been following, and that's been following you into your entrepreneurial journey. You've allowed yourself to get under this curse. So, okay, what's the solution to the curse? How do I get rid of the curse? How do I break the curse? A radical detox. When I see detox, I'm talking about you clearing out everything spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, the blocks that are keeping you stuck. And I have a 4-week program that supports you in doing that. This is how. The first thing that's going to happen when you do the detox, the corporate detox that I offer, that starts on 9/18, and we have some women that have already come into the space. But when you decide and make a decision that you're going to detox this mindset and break the spell, you first of all, you're going to get clarity. That's the first thing you're going to get with working with me. Anyone will tell you that. The first thing that you're going to get is clarity. I had a conversation with one of my clients right before I came onto this session. This live. And she was talking about one of the benefits that she's had since working with me in the Harmony and Six program is that she was like, I notice now, which helps you get in sync with your cycle so that you can regulate your moods, which support you in making more money. She realizes that now that she understands these things about her body, anytime she tries to go against her body during one of the 4 phases of her cycle by doing something that she knows she shouldn't, her body retaliates immediately, letting her know like, hey, no, we need rest, or hey, no, it's not time for that, or hey, no, this. There is no confusion about what's happening in your body any longer once you start working with me and getting in that process. So the first thing that's going to happen with you is that you're going to get clarity. You're going to stop questioning whether or not you're actually good enough. You're going to finally realize the value that you bring to your own table. See, while y'all out here answering this stupid question for men about what you bring to the table, which I think is extremely ridiculous, men don't ask me that, but what you need to know about yourself is what you bring to your own table. So you can stop second guessing yourself and stop doubting yourself and stop making decisions because you're not clear on your value. Because I'm going to tell you something. Women who understand their value charge appropriately. Women who understand their value don't stay in scenarios and in relationships that don't support them and that don't treat them well and that are not honoring them. Because women like that honor themselves first. And so when you understand that you understand your innate value, that becomes the standard of how you treat yourself. And when you treat yourself exceptionally well, you do not allow people to treat you any other way outside of that. And if you are treating yourself any other way outside of that, it is simply because you don't understand your innate value. And if you don't understand your innate value, that means you don't understand that you are time, energy, attention, and money, which all of those things impact your beauty, okay? I didn't even think I was going to bring this, but I'm going to show you this really quickly. And if you don't have my cycle syncing success kit, you need to get it like yesterday. Because what you need to understand when it comes down to, and I'm going to pause this so you guys can kind of look at it, if it'll let me. Okay, yeah. So you got to understand your value foundation as a woman. And you have to understand that you are time, energy, attention, and money. And all of those things impact the following: your beauty, your relationships, and your life. I created a nice, if you have the cycle syncing success kit, then you've seen this before. Or if you were in my masterclass about the burnout and cycle syncing, then you've seen this before. So what you have to understand is your value foundation is made up of the following: time, energy, attention, and money. So if you notice the way the pyramid is, money sits at the top for a reason. You have to be a master of time, energy, attention in order to become a master of your money. This is what I'm able to teach women. So in this space, when you become a master of your time, energy, attention, and money, then you can elevate your beauty in a way that elevates and amplifies your currency. Let's just say because you have the money now, you want to start investing in your well-being. So you start investing in things like your skincare. You start investing in things about your health as far as making sure that you're getting meal prep, or you're investing in the gym. You're investing in things that are going to raise your beauty currency, because beauty is currency. Okay, so once you begin to elevate your beauty currency, guess what? You begin to pay attention because you've done so much work on yourself and within yourself that you're going to be very careful about the relationships that you choose. Because guess what? When you value yourself and you understand your beauty currency, See, when you understand that there's not really a difference between you and Beyonce, the only thing is that she may have more money than you, or she may actually be a singer. When you realize that you have innate value, when you understand your own beauty currency, you will only be in relationships that enhance that currency. And beauty currency, elevated beauty currency in relationships creates beautiful relationships. So when you have those beautiful relationships, then guess what? You have those beautiful relationships to be able to support you throughout life, meaning that you're able to create a beautiful life. Even when life isn't so beautiful, you still are able to create a beautiful life. Why? Because you have beautiful relationships and people who will support you as you are going through the ebbs and flows. You are taking care of yourself. You are doing everything that you can, and you are making wise investments with your time, your energy, your attention, and your money, as well as your beauty. These are things that are very, very much so important. So when you understand your value foundation, it supports you in being clear on what you're going to participate in and what you're not going to participate in. And that chart that I created, that I showed you guys, it literally, that chart bleeds over into your business. So the last aspect of that is business. So you have time, energy, attention, and money. Then you have beauty currency. Then we have relationship currency. Then we have life, right? And then we also have business after that, because life comes before business. Business doesn't come before life. The way I teach business and the way I do business is God, family, and then business. That's the way it works for me. I believe that you should structure your business around what you value and what's important to you, because that's the only way you're going to be truly authentic in it. And authenticity is what attracts, and attraction is what gets you sales. And what I am really good at is selling. I'm extremely good at that because I understand the dynamics of the women that I work with, and I teach my clients to understand the dynamics of the women that they are working with, or the people they're working with, so they can speak directly to them, okay, and turn that content into conversions and cash flow. So again, the first thing that has to happen is that you're going to gain mental clarity. You're going to stop second guessing yourself. You're going to stop doubting. You're going to have clear mental focus, and you're going to have clear self-worth. Okay. And that's very important when you get in the business game. Corporate, how can I say this? Corporate eats at your self-esteem. Where first of all, it puts you under this curse of low self-esteem, and then it eats at your self-worth, which is kind of like the way you see yourself, right? And then when you leave corporate, you're so exhausted, but you're so excited to start a business. If you're not careful and if you don't do the inner upgrade work necessary, you will take that mindset into your business and you will burn the hell out. You will not make the type of money you want to make. You will block money from actually coming your way. You will block opportunity, and you will become so stressed, and you basically can pack the business up. You're going back to your 9 to 5. And I don't want that for you, because I'm telling you, if you get stuck in a 9 to 5 craze, which is not going to be a lot of options as time goes forward, a lot of people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship, whether you are doing random things, but people are going to be pushed into that. But you don't want to be stuck in a 9 to 5 as a society continues to struggle and be in crisis, because the way that they're going to treat you is not going to get any better. So you really need to learn how to use your intelligence, package it a certain kind of way, create income from it, so that you can really thrive in this society, because they're going to pay you, they're going to pay you pennies, and you're sitting on a gold mine. And you're sitting on a gold mine because you're afraid to invest, and you don't want to do the work necessary to get you to the next level. I have done this, I continue to do this, and my clients continue to get results because of this type of work. Okay? So the second benefit of this detox that you need, the corporate detox, is that you're going to have the confidence to charge, okay, the value of actually what it is that you're providing. Next, you're going to have the confidence to price your services at what they are truly worth, of the true value. I mean, no more undercharging, no more settling for less just to get a client in your space. You'll be able to command higher fees because you understand your innate value, and so will your clients. When you understand your innate value, you can articulate the value that you provide to other people. Like I said, you should always know what you bring to your own table, because you have to eat. Let's bring it back. You should always know what you bring to your own table, because you are the one that needs to eat. Stop waiting on someone to feed you, and figure out what you have on your own table and what you have in your own arsenal, in your own pantry, to see what you can make for yourself. Because that is the missing thing that a lot of women are missing. Y'all are too dependent on these systems that don't care about you. The corporate system is a very masculine system. It was not built for you. The structure was built for you to come in and obey. And if you go into something and you obey it and it's not in alignment with you, eventually it makes you sick. And sickness can look a multitude of ways. It could look like anxiety. It could look like depression. It could look like high blood pressure. It could look like, fibromyalgia. All of these things are psychosomatic illnesses that come from lifestyle. It could look like type 2 diabetes, because type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle illness. Let's get into it. It's not so much about your sugar, because let's talk about it. It's about your piss poor habits. It's about your inability to manage your emotions to the point to where you can't manage your emotions, so you eat them. You get sweet things that are going to hurry up and give you that rush of dopamine so you can feel good for 5 minutes and then feel terrible for the rest of the day, because you have eaten all of your calorie setting for the day in one sitting, all because you could not manage your emotions. See, it's about your habits that are connected to these things. It's not just you. It's not just the sugar. That's why type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle illness. It's the lifestyle that's the issue. Okay? So when you understand your value and you understand your worth, then you treat yourself a certain kind of way. You don't push yourself into things that are going to cause you to have lifestyle illnesses. You have the confidence and the boldness to actually stand up and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure that I'm at my best self so that I can show up consistently, because I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm supposed to be being paid well for that. You can't do that if you're sick. You can't do that if you got to give yourself shots all the time. Like, we need to start dealing with the reality of what exactly is going on. And you need the confidence to be able to charge, because when you're looking someone in the face and you have a $20,000 service, you need to be able to look them in the face and say, my price is $20,000. What's the price of the program? Oh, it's $50,000. See how I sat there like that? Real comfortable, like, real cutesy, like, real ready to get my check. Like, that's how you have to be coming, but you have to know that you have that type of value sitting on your table. Okay? So the third benefit that's very important when it comes down to doing this corporate detox, and why it's so important for you and your business, is that it gives you the emotional freedom and the proper energy management that you need. Detoxing this mindset and coming from under this spell is going to give you emotional freedom. You'll stop trying to work for the approval of other people. So that means you won't be doing no more of this code switching. I'm so tired of y'all acting like y'all not yourselves. Okay? You don't have to do this code switching. You don't have to do this performing. You operate from a place of alignment where your energy is focused on what you want and not what other people expect of you, okay? Because a lot of people tend to spend their energy focused on, what other people are going to think, what other people are going to say, how other people are going to feel. Absolutely not. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're checking for. This ain't that, okay? Number 4, the fourth benefit, all right? Ultimately, which is really vital and which what most people are really looking for, this detox is really going to help you break the cycle that's keeping you from making the type of money that you deserve, okay? By clearing out all of these blocks, you start attracting clients who actually value your work, who are willing to pay you, the value in which you're providing, which leads to consistent income growth in your business, which is very, very important. So if you've been if you literally been sitting on a gold mine all of this time and you've been asking for pennies, you've been doing yourself a disservice, because it's time to break the corporate spell. It's time to break the corporate spell of being a pygmisha, because being a pygmisha started not necessarily in the aspects of relationships. It started in the corporate training that they brought you under. You have to work extremely hard to get in the door. You have to wait to be chosen, to be picked. You have to sell yourself at a low rate. You have to perform so that people will approve of you and hopefully promote you. You have to exhaust yourself to prove that you're a good worker. That's a spell. That's a spell. That's a curse. Who knew signing a contract would bring you under a curse? Think about all the contracts you sign every day. Not even just the ones you signed physically, because you signed up for this, right? You signed up for this. Hold on one second, y'all. Because what I need to know is, okay, there we go. I had to check. The curse is the corporate spell that women are under. The corporate spell consists of working hard to get in, applying, hoping to be chosen, selling yourself at a low rate, seeking approval of others by performing, and working yourself tirelessly, hoping that you'll be promoted. That's the curse. You under a spell, and you got under that spell when you signed the dotted line chasing the dollar. See, let's talk about it. See, the reason why you got under that curse is because you signed that dotted line trying to get money. Oh, I just need a job to be able to do this, to get that. I just need to be able to do this. I just need to be able to get this money. See, you chasing money is what put you under a spell in the first place. And you not recognizing that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12, and that you also have gifts that will, those same gifts will make room for you. And it also talks about that in Proverbs, because you're not in alignment with that. You go put yourself, you go sign a contract that puts you under a curse. You sign your life away. See, some people sign their life away. Look at them 30, 40-year-olds. See, y'all were all in a tizzy when people leave jobs after being there for 20 and 30 years and they give them a pen, or they give them something like, I don't know, they give them a pen, or they give them, a pizza party or something like that. Them people don't care about you. They don't care about you. They care whether or not you're contributing to them getting to where they need to be. That's what they care about. That's what they're concerned with. Okay? And that's what you really need to be paying attention to. Because that's it. That's the bottom line. Hold on, y'all, because I'm cooking something. I want to make sure it's right so you don't have to walk with me. So, that's the corporate curse that we put ourselves under when we do that. I want you guys, I am too. Let me turn this on low. Good. I would turn this camera around, but I ain't finna do it. I'm making some red beans. I am definitely a New Orleans girl. So I made some lamb, some red beans and rice, and I'm going to make a salad, and I can turn these beans off. So yeah. But anywho, back to what I was saying. See, that's why I love what I can do. I love what I do. I'm very feminine. I love what I do. I'm very domestic, very cutesy, very make my own money, very don't play that, very not stressed, very helping women get the money too in the same type of manner. Because who said you had to be at corporate stressing yourself out? Who said that? My business is set up. Thank you, my love, these gifts. My business is set up for at any time for me to get married again and be a wife again. That's my business is set up for me to be able to honor my relationship with God and honor the fact that I honor family second, and then I do business third, and I don't miss any money, and I'm able to support women in doing the same and being able to ignite these solopreneurs in cycle syncing, mastering their emotions, so that they can create products that literally increase their business revenue. This methodology that I teach has been able to support my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures, from 6 figures to multi 6 figures. I've built a 6-figure business from the ground up, literally from the house. So when people ask me, hey, how much is it for you to travel and come and, speak? Yeah, I'm charging you 5 figures because I figured out how to make 6 from the house. And that needs to be your mindset. If you got to leave your comfort zone, right? Whatever that looks like, you need to be paid well from it. Y'all rolling your eyes to get up and go to work, or rolling your eyes to get up and join a client and do business is crazy. You did not leave corporate to come over here and be chained to your business like you're a slave. So it's time to release the corporate curse, okay? It's time to detox from that. I do have a program that is starting on 9/18. That program is $888. Let me go ahead and tell you up front. You get a recliner, Affirm, and Afterpay. But if you give me 4 weeks, I will help you restore your mind. I will help you restore your body, and I will help you restore your creativity. All I need is for you to give me 4 weeks. And to be very intentional about those 4 weeks, I will support you, and it will be in a community. You're going to have community, so it's not just you. It's women who think like you. It's women who are on the same mind frame, women who understand that things are coming and they want to be prepared, women who are tired of living in space of mediocrity, women who have started their businesses so they can really get free and be free. Like, it's time to reactivate your creativity. Because human creativity, according to the World Economic Forum, is an irreplaceable asset, and that is not a lie. There's a creator economy that is growing by the day, and it is expected to get up to $480 billion. Where are you going to give your piece of the pie? Are you going to be the ones working at the factories? Or are you going to be going in training factory workers because you have a skill set? Are you going to be the one and if y'all don't believe me, go and look up what they doing. There people going to get jobs in Alaska, and they're paying them maybe for 12 weeks to come, and they may pay them maybe $20,000 or something like that. These folks are living in shacks. Basically, it's looking like they're living in concentration camps. See, that's what they're setting up, and they're setting things up, these systems and all this. Y'all better start paying attention to the subtle changes and the subtle things that are happening. I even went to Walgreens the other day and swiped my card. You know, Walgreens now shows up on your bank statement as Walgreens Health Clinic. Walgreens Health Clinic. I want you to pay attention to the transitions and the different things that are going to start happening. That's when I swiped my card. That's what showed up on my bank statement. Walgreens Health Clinic. They are preparing. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. You need to start paying attention to what is happening. You need to get yourself together so you can start making the type of money that you need to make. Because if you need to have something done, and let's just say you need to get some stuff situated, you can go somewhere else to be able to do that. You need to be able to work from anywhere in the world. My business is set up where I can work from anywhere in the world. I teach women to do the same. Give me 1 week. I'm going to reset that mind. Give me that second week. We're going to cleanse emotionally. Give me that third week. I'm going to teach you cycle syncing so you can physically rejuvenate. Give me that fourth week. I'm going to wake up your inner creative. And you will have no more excuses about why you cannot start the process of making the type of money you need to make. We are going to have hot seat coaching. So let's say when we have our sessions, you come in there and you say, you know what, this week I need to be in a hot seat because I need accountability for XYZ. There is a no judgment zone. This is strictly for you to be able to get the support and the strategy that you need so that you can execute the way that you need to execute. Because it's hard trying to get your mind together when you first start out. It's hard to cleanse your emotions when you've been holding on to things for a long time. It's hard to get physically rejuvenated when you have been stagnant for a long time. And it's hard to activate that creativity if you ain't ready to face your inner child and your inner teen, because you got to face both of them. Because the inner child you got to face in the aspect for increasing your focus, and the inner teen is who you got to face because of your rebellion against the process. And so you're going to get all of that information in that 4 weeks in that corporate detox. In that corporate detox program where I'm literally supporting you in resetting your mind, your body, and your creativity. Okay? So we got 4 weeks to be able to restore that. Like I said, that's $888. You can get that with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. If you are not prepared for that, but you know that you need to get in alignment and do your work because you are all over the place and you're not making the type of money. Your energy is off. Money is about energetics. And in my Harmony and Six program, which is on halt as far as taking in people, we actually are talking about the energetics of money tonight. Because there is a frequency that you have to be on. You have to be on the right frequency when it comes down to money. You have to be on the one that's for you. If you're not an energetic match to make $20,000 a month because you don't know how to manage $2,000, it's not going to happen for you. But you can get on the energetic frequency. You can get on the vibrational state of a person who makes $20,000 a month, and you can easily make $20,000 a month as well, but you have to be an energetic match for that. You have millions of dollars worth of ideas within you, but you're afraid to actually step out there because you don't think it's going to work. I'm a living witness of how it works. Like I said, I built my business from the ground up, not because I was a business coach. I did that as a self-care coach and a healing coach. And I hit 6 figures. So you definitely can do that. I have several clients, like I said, they've gone from 0 sales every day to waking up to money in their accounts because people are consistently buying in. It's about you. And it's about you detoxing from that curse that you have signed yourself into. Hey, my love, I don't know if I said hey, I'm sorry. You signed on the dotted line thinking you finna get cash and you done put yourself under a curse and you still under the same curse while working in your business. Like you're still like working at corporate, which is insane. Okay? So again, the detox is going to help you get clear mentally and emotion and get clear on your focus mentally as well as your self-worth. You're going to have the confidence to be able to charge what you need to charge. You'll have the emotional freedom and the proper energy management, and you will see increased revenue and business growth. See, that's the thing. Women who come to work with me experience the following results, okay? They either get in alignment with their bodies, where they become more sync, which most women, all of them, that's normally the commonality. They become in sync with their bodies, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, okay? They end up growing their businesses, whether that is growing their email list and converting them to clients, whether it's using content to be able to convert to cash flow, or whether it's just using your intelligence and packaging it in a certain kind of way to where you get up to $15,000 in less than 30 days, like one of my clients did. So it's all about energetics. And if your energetics are not right, you don't have the capacity to create innovations that attract monetary opportunities because you're not clear enough within yourself to hear what it is that you have within you because you're so stressed out about how you're going to get money tomorrow, how you're going to do this, or you're too busy under the programming and the curse of working hard and performing. And people are not fazed by performances. People want real solutions, and you have real solutions within your business and within you, and you're sleeping on them because you're concerned about what someone else is going to think. Okay? What's happening? Proof. Child. It's so many things I could say about that. I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna touch it though. I've been seeing it. That's the one I said I wasn't even gonna touch it. I wasn't even gonna touch it. But it's a lot around that. Is what I'll say. Drop your questions in the comments in regard to. Oh, I'm sorry. Women get the money result. Many women get a body result. They either lose weight or they either come into alignment with their bodies, or both, or they get emotional mastery as well. Or I mean, it's one of the three or either all three. I've had clients experience all three. I've had clients experience one each. I've had clients experience two, and then later on, after we were done, develop the third one. So the main thing is that if you are wanting to make more money in your business, if you're wanting to make more money in your business, you have got to get control of your emotions, and you have got to start syncing and getting with your cycle and getting in alignment with your body, okay? Because that really has an impact on your mood, and your mood impacts your money. So all of these things are very much so connected. Drop your questions in the comments if you have questions about how you can make more money in your business. If you have questions about anything in regard to business, anything in regard to doing business in a very feminine way, don't ask me nothing about hustling because I don't do it. And I ain't going to tell you to do it because it go against your design as a woman and it make you sick, and that's a whole nother thing. But any other questions that you may have in regard to detoxing, congratulations. Somebody just purchased How to Solve Your Money Problem Looks Like and the Manifest Your Desire, the Life You Desire roadmap. So that's another thing. So the products and services, while I'm waiting to see if you guys have questions, let me break down the products and services that I offer my clients. And I'm going to try to see if I can pull it to where you can see it. So if you are someone who is seeking to figure out what skill sets and different things that you're going to need, okay, to make money in 2025, then I would get the freebies that I have up there starting off, okay? So get the freebies, and then I would turn around and I would get How to Solve Your Money Problem, and I would also get the Manifest the Life You Desire roadmap, because you need a very clear plan about how you're going to be operating. So I'm going to show you all these things, all right? So we have When you first click the link in my bio, you have the freebies up here. You have the self-care suite, which the first thing that you need to be worrying about is laying the foundation of how you're going to sustain and stay in business by creating a self-care plan. The second thing that you're going to see is at the skill sets. Okay, so these are high skills, high demand soft skills to master right now if you want to make money in 2025. And then down here I have a free client attraction blueprint checklist that supports you in getting your first set of clients. Okay, so I basically set you up in the beginning to go ahead and start getting this money. Now, if we really are serious about getting this money, then we're gonna need a plan. That's where this comes in. The Manifest the Life You Desire roadmap. You need to be very clear about the direction that you're going in, the way you want to do business, and most importantly, there's a generational curse breaking activity in there. You need to know what's holding you back. See, a lot of y'all running around here with these generational curses, and y'all, I'm like, I'm breaking the generational curses so my family can have wealth. You need to first deal with the things that block you from actually getting wealth, and you need to first deal with the things that took you guys off the path of abundance in the first place. Because according to John 10:10, on the other half of it, it says the Messiah has come to give you life and give you life abundantly. So what happened to the abundance in your family? Who got off the path? What's the pattern? You need to figure it out so it does not come back to haunt you in the present. Okay, then that's what you're gonna get in that Manifest the Life You Desire roadmap. Because you need to know your past in order. You need to know your past. It makes you face your past, face your present, and it positions you to start the process of creating your future. That's what the Create the Life You Desire roadmap does for you. It's a very intense, serious activity, and a lot of women get a whole lot from it. It's something that you dive in directly and you don't play with it. Okay, so once you got that, the next thing that you need to ask yourself is, do I have the discipline, and do I have the structure, and do I have the order in my life to execute and show up the way I need to? If you know that you're not consistent, and do I have the focus? Like, do I have issues with focus? Do I have issues with discipline? Do I have issues in those two areas? Then the inner teen and inner child connection guide is what you need, because you need to get that inner child focus, and you need to get that inner child and the inner teen in a space of discipline. So along with discipline, you have to allot freedom for the inner teen as well. And in order for focus to happen with your inner child, you have to instill playtime as well, which I go through all of these things. That's why you will see me going to the park, getting on the swings, even as a 40-year-old woman. Why? Because it enhances my creativity. It allows me to tire out my inner child so I can come back and focus on what I need to focus on, because I've already had my fun. You have to know how to do that in business. It makes a difference. You got to have an element of business and play if you want to sustain. That's why I don't look stressed out, because I'm not, because I'm having fun building my business. Okay, so you get that inner child, inner teen connection guide is the next step. Then we go into the cycle syncing. If you already know you're kind of good, you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do, you got discipline, you got order, but you need to get in alignment because you're too moody, go ahead and get the cycle syncing kit. Get the cycle syncing kit. All my courses and things you can get with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay anyway. But get the cycle syncing kit for $111 because you need to get in alignment with your body. Okay, and you need to get in alignment with your body so you can start the process of calming your nervous system. Because if you think for 1 second, okay, that they're not going to turn up the dial and things are not going to get even more crazier, they're going to be playing on your top and really throwing your nervous system out of whack, they are. And you need to have tools and skill sets and things in place to be able to support you when those times come. Because what if you can't get on the phone and call your therapist? What if they cut all the lights out? What if the grid next time causes all the power to go out and you're having an anxiety attack? And you have no inner skills or no inner strategy to support you in calming yourself down. And you got people that are looking at you. You got people to raise. You got things to do. And now you're crippled by your anxiety because you can't get past what's happening around you. See, this is why it talks about you being focused in Colossians 3:2 on setting your mind on things that are above. See, you got to be able to go within. See, if you're going to live in this country the way that things are going, especially in the next 2 years, you're going to have to learn how to be in here. And a lot of y'all don't know how to be in here because you're scared of being in here because you have to face the reality of the things that are happening within your own life. But if you don't learn how to be here and you steady trying to be here, be out, when you can't get out, You're going to go crazy when you are forced to stay in. And I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something with that. Just that thing that happened a couple of years ago when we was in the house, that's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. What you going to do? Thank you for different perspective. No one succeeds alone the same way. Absolutely. What you going to do? So let's go ahead so we got the cycle syncing kit. You got to have your mood together. So let's go into let's make money, income growth for high-performing entrepreneurs and what that looks like, okay? So if if you happen to be on here and you are at a 9 to 5 and you're trying to leave and you're trying to make something happen in the next couple of months, guess what? You can if you're smart, if you use your intelligence. But the first thing that you need to do is solve your money problem. And I can help you right here. Solve your money problem. That's the first thing that you need to do. Once you solve your money problem and you're serious about solving your money problem, then you need femininity math to keep going. So you don't do it, and so you can stop performing. So you can stop doing things the hard way. So you can stop doing the most and getting the less. You'll need femininity math right after you solve the money problem. Okay? So then after femininity math, since you understand how to get these done, so then you're going to set up your systems using the feminine income system. You're going to put everything on autopilot. You're going to attract the type of clients you need to attract. You're going to have the messaging. You're going to have everything you need to have in order. And it's going to be very much so in ease by using the feminine income system. Once you start making money off the feminine income system, guess what you're going to do? Start focusing on building relationships that put you in better rooms. So guess what you're going to get? The profitable partnership system. And it's not only going to teach you to be able to choose the proper partnerships or attract the proper partnerships that put you in the right rooms in business, but this also teaches you how to choose profitable partnerships on a regular. I'm talking about relationships, talking about friendships, because all of your relationships should be profitable, because guess what? Relationships are for riches. Y'all do realize that the first marriage was about wealth building. It wasn't about love. They didn't tell y'all that. Disney didn't tell y'all that, right? Of course not, because it would go against their agenda of you being caught up in thinking that butterflies are actually a sign of love when they actually are a warning from your nervous system. But they don't tell you that. Relationships are the real riches. Okay? It's about your connections that put you in rooms. I can tell you right now, I would not have been able to do the things that I do if I had not made the connections I made. But in order for me to build these profitable partnerships, I had to first not be scared. I had to first solve my money problem. I had to get discipline. I had to get structure. I had to get order. I had to set up proper feminine systems so that my femininity can flourish. And then I started to build the relationships that put me on game and that put even more money in my pocket. And as that money started to come in and flow, you start getting nervous when your first $10,000 payment comes in, your first $5,000 payment comes in. You start being like, oh my God, this is serious. And it is. Okay? So when you start getting like that, then you go ahead and command your cash flow. This is where you're going to have to learn how to calm your nervous system when that money coming in, so you can stop tricking it off like Terry from Soul Food. See, Terry from Soul Food could have benefited from command your cash flow. She could have benefited from the profitable partnership system as well. Because had she known that, and had she had that, she wouldn't have been looking sad at the end of Soul Food the way she was. I'm just saying. She would have been sad. Because she would have been able to calm down and look them folks in the eye and say, Lim gonna have to stay in jail. I'm not paying for Big Mama house. With a straight face. Faith can't come stay at my house. Being able to look your family in the face and say no is important. Being able to stick to your boundaries is important. Being able to authentically make decisions that center around your well-being are pivotal in the era that we've entered into. Okay? So it's very, very important that you grasp that concept. All right? If you are prepared for a one-on-one session with me, I have a one-on-one session available called the Eclipse Your Chaos session. It's $497. You meet with me for 75 minutes, and in that 75 minutes, first you're going to take an exam. The exam that you get, or not the exam, you're going to take a quiz. The quiz is going to let me know whether or not you need detachment strategies if you need energy management, which your boundaries are kind of shaky, or if you need frequency shifting, stability. You need frequency and stability because you keep shifting your frequency, meaning that you struggle with high levels of anxiety. What you're going to get in that session, there's not one woman who walked away from that session who did not get an amazing strategy that they could implement immediately to be able to support them in getting to the next level. It supports you in eclipsing your chaos by collapsing time. So if you've been wanting to get something done within a year, working with me, you can get that done between 4 and 6 months if you're really worried, if you're really ready to do the real work. We have less than 4 months left in this year, and I keep telling people you have the ability to make 5 figures in quarter 4 if you stop being scary. Like, a lot of y'all really could be making an extra $10,000, $20,000. Hell, some of y'all can make 50, but y'all so scary you won't even try. You won't even invest. And the key thing is that in order for you to make money, you have to invest money. That's the way business goes. I spend a lot of money every single month for my systems to be able to operate in the fullness of my femininity because, right, I like to flourish. I like to go to flower gardens. I like to be able to cook. I like to be able to do all the things that are very feminine and fun to me, right? But I need my bills to be paid. So I set things up so that I can be paid even while I'm sleeping. And this is, as a woman, you should be waking up to money. Not good morning. Y'all worry about, baby. The way y'all be worried about getting a good morning takes over a month, over a morning deposit when your account is not what it needs to be is crazy. Good mornings, you can't deposit them into your account. You need to wake up to dollars. You need to wake up to being able to create the life that you really want to have for yourself. Not worrying about good morning text. Because some of us are worried about the wrong things. Okay? So if you want to eclipse your chaos, schedule that session. And then, of course, I have the Feminine Flourishing Mastery Suite that if you want, that's your business in a box. The Feminine Flourishing Mastery Suite is $697. That's your business in a box. You have 5 courses and 2 workbooks that literally give you the entire game plan on how I built my entire business and how you can do the same. My clients have you. That's my another top seller is $697. My client Jessica has that. That's how she's been able to unleash her creativity, which has supported her in creating a course for writers. And she's created this course for writers, and people are now buying the course, inquiring about the course. And she has her 3-tier program that she's working. And you hear people say all the time, well, you can't make money as a writer. She waking up to money. She waking up to an extra $150 every time that course gets sold. So it's about you doing the work, the foundational work, so that you can reap the benefits. Like I tell you all the time, use your left brain energy, which is considered to be more of the masculine type of energy, to create the money, create the opportunity, and create the things you want for yourself. And use the right brain energy to receive all of that money, which is the feminine. But to start it off, you have to live in the feminine, which is the right brain energy, which means that you have to be a source of inspiration, or you have to be inspired to create. It is the exact same thing when it happens to men, what happens for men, right? A lot of women ask, how do you get men to really invest in you in general? Men invest in good ground. Men invest in things that are going to multiply, right? So if you appear to be good ground, valuable ground, it's easy for anyone to come and invest with you and trust that you're going to multiply the investment. But if you look like a liability, if you come across like a liability, if you come across like you could potentially put me in a hole, it's a high chance that I'm not going to invest in you because I'm not going to get a good return on my investment. So that's how you have to look at things. So if you inspire, you are so inspirational with just your being and who you are, that makes people want to invest in you. That makes people want to create things for you. So you have that within yourself. You got the right brain energy that is inspirational. Use that inspiration to create on the left brain, which is the masculine, okay? Use that left brain energy, which is the masculine, to create the type of income that you want. And then sit in your right brain energy and collect your check. That's how you thrive in your feminine. Without having to scam somebody, without having to, that's how you thrive in your feminine. without having to scam somebody, without having to, that's how you thrive in your feminine. Without having to scam somebody, without having to, um, okay, yeah, sorry, y'all. But that's the way that you are able to thrive in your feminine. Create the life you want. Stop trying to scam somebody to get it. Stop trying to perform to get it. Just create the life that you want, okay? I'm not seeing any questions on here, but I have seen some people making some purchases. Congratulations to you. I'm really, really excited about the journey that you guys are going to be on. Should you have any additional questions, make sure that you DM me. Myself and my team will be able to get back to you. Or shoot me an email. Make sure that you're following me on YouTube and you're on my email list. So just let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, anything. I will talk to y'all soon. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing Tuesday and you appreciated this Tuesday truth. And that not only that you just take it in, but you actually do some action. Because I'm not talking to y'all to get no claps. I don't care about that. I need you to get results. Most importantly, I need y'all not to be in a poor house and then crying out to God about why you ain't got no money when you ain't doing nothing. Because I didn't told you what you could do. Okay? So click the link in the bio. If you know you need to get on this corporate detox, get on the corporate detox ASAP. Join us in that community. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about it. I will talk to y'all soon. I hope y'all have an amazing evening. Peace out.